And another program that is helping to eradicate illiteracy is United Way. They had their Star Readers book drive, and here to tell us how to help kids become star readers is children's book author Ann Martin Bowler, who will have her own book, Gecko's Complaint, available for donation through this program itself. So welcome to the show, Ann. It is a pleasure to have you here. And thank you so much, too, for your efforts. We really value that here at News 10 and at Sack & Co. So tell us about the book drive, the United Way Star Readers book drive.
Well, it's a wonderful campaign. They're working with 8 nonprofits here in the Sacramento area, boys and girls clubs, community centers, and they've targeted 615 children who are at risk. They are all reading below grade level. These are kindergarten through 3rd graders, and they're doing tutoring and working with families and summer reading programs, and now this book drive to help these children with the goal that by the 3rd grade they will be reading at grade level. Statistics show that if children are reading at grade level in the 4th grade, they will be highly unlikely to drop out of high school. So they're calling it Help Kids Reach for the Stars. And
tell us about your book, Gecko's Complaint, and how this is involved in the drive itself.
Well, it was chosen as a book for the drive. It's a wonderful retelling of a very well-known Balinese folktale. Basically, the animals of the jungle live in this absolutely wonderful place. All Gecko has to do is go and catch his supper, yet everybody's complaining, all the animals. The resolution of the story is fine and funny. They learn that there is, the complaining doesn't get you very far, and so it's a real fun tale. It was really my pleasure to write this book because the illustrations were done by a Balinese artist. And,
oh, wow.
Yes, and he is, oh, here are some of the illustrations now. Bali is just this artistic place. People make things everywhere, and so it was really my pleasure to share some of the lovely artwork from Bali and also one of their wonderful stories.
And those are absolutely beautiful pictures.
Aren't they? Yeah, they really are.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I know, too, that this is not your first book. You have written a number of other children's books, I believe about 14, is that correct? And a lot of them seem to have multicultural themes. So tell us about that. Why is that important for you to share that with children?
Well, I just believe, you know, my family is very multicultural. My son lives in Indonesia. My 2 youngest kids are adopted from Korea. And I love cultures. I think cultures are just fascinating. They make us what are interesting. That you're different than me and I'm different from you. And I think we should celebrate cultures and try to understand one another. And so part of my mission as an author is to share some of cultures from around the world with children and families.
And let's talk about the marriage of that understanding along with reading. So why is it so important, you think, that people read to their children?
Well, it's all about developing vocabulary. The #1 indicator of school success is a child's vocabulary when they enter kindergarten. And so if a child doesn't have a large vocabulary, they really won't have the tools that they need to be successful in school. Families can help so much by reading to their children because kids can understand far more complicated language than they can read to themselves. So I'm a real strong advocate of reading to kids, not just when they're little, though of course when they're little that's wonderful, but all the way through, all the years on up. Keep reading books and sharing books as a family and encouraging reading at home.
Yeah, keep that passion going and still at a young age, and continue it for a lifetime.
You betcha.
And so let's talk about how our viewers can get involved in the book drive.
Well, they're trying to collect books so that every child, kindergarten through 3rd, those 650 kids will all get a brand new book in their home, is one of the aspects of their program, the Star Reader Project. And so they can, I think we have a slide about that, they can go to United Way's local website and click on it and donate the books. It's yourlocalunitedway.org is the name. They're accepting donations to buy these books is the way to help. And of course, donations in general for United Way would be really greatly accepted.
And you also have a book signing as well. Tell us about that coming up.
Yes. I visit schools often and love to share my books with kids and have fun in schools. I try to do that as much as I can. And so I'm going to be working with Carmichael Schools. Their fundraiser for their Library at Barnes & Noble's in Citrus Heights, and that's Thursday, April 12th from 6 to 7 p.m. So anyone is welcome to come to that book reading and have a fun. I'm going to be reading Gecko's Complaint.
All right. And Anne, are you working on anything else at the moment?
I am. I have like 4 new books that I'm working on.
Wow.
And one is another, it's going to be my best book yet. It's called King of the Jungle, and I can't wait till it's out. It's a really fun traditional tale that has a real new twist. I kind of changed the whole second half of it, and it's a lovely, really fun story.
Wonderful. And I look very forward to sharing some of your writing with my child, too. She loves to read. She's just 3, but, you know, like you had mentioned, you instill it early, so they love it when they get older.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. I think it's great to have advocates like you for reading in our community, and we really appreciate it. And just so our viewers know, too, if you want to know more about Anne, her friends call her Annie, by the way, you can find that information on news10.net. Just click on Reading Connects at the top, and we have the book drive info and also your website listed there as well. So
Thanks so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. It is our pleasure, and congratulations on your honor with your book. That's great.
Thank you.
Well, everyone, we also